I'm Bethany.
And I'm Nick.
I'm Henry. Welcome to another episode of
Taking the Fun
Road.
We got a late start tonight, and then we got caught in traffic. So it's 8:30, and we're in Cle Elum. So instead of having campfire pizzas for dinner, we're having the Taco Bell. And then we're going to go find a campsite. Last night, we drove in the dark down this 10+ mile gravel road, and every single dispersed campsite was occupied. So after 10:30, we landed at the end of the dirt road by this trailhead here. So we just decided to set up camp in this flat area, which as it turns out is a horse trailer parking area, but we'll be leaving before anyone comes to need it. So that's where we slept last night. Now we're going to make coffee, and then we're going to find a new spot with maybe a few less people. Good morning! So how'd your new propane mount work, honey?
Propane tank is perfect. And the new slide out for the stove works fantastic.
Unintentionally in the dark, we ended up with a pretty amazing view. There are a lot of mosquitoes here, so we're gonna drink our coffee and hit the road. This is part of the fun of being the videographer, is that now I have to go hike down the Jeep because he drove off into the wilderness without me. So here I go. Maybe I'll get my 10,000 steps in today.
Where's it coming from?
Look way up on top.
Yeah?
See all the snow, and way on the very top, you can see the snow is really thick.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's slowly melting, and that's running down the mountain.
You stop right there?
Yeah.
So since the Wenatchee Forest out by Lake Cle Elum and the Cle Elum River was so crowded and we couldn't even find a camping spot, we decided to check out the leg of the backcountry discovery route from Ellensburg down to 410. Just showing the amount of stuff going on in the back of the Jeep is
It's awesome.
a lot. We brought everything on this trip that we're planning on bringing on our 8-day BDR trip to see how it fits. We still have some fine tuning to do. good, huh? It's our first gate that we actually get to go through on all our travels off-road. Sprinkling and the sun came out. We've come upon this gate. We just went through this gate. We're on the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife land. So you have to close the gates after you go through. Master gatekeeper over here. It's our first actual vehicle meeting on the trail.
Not really built for it, but we're wheeling it.
How is it up there? Is it good?
Are you going over that way?
Yeah.
It's there is a section where they've started doing rebuilding the track. A little sketchy, a little muddy, but a little bit of an ass pucker.
Gotcha.
It's cool. So far, everything's good. So
This way it's been fun. Ellensburg?
Ellensburg.
We started a new pond.
Oh, okay.
we started at the Bridge of the Gods.
Oh, sweet.
We did the section from 12 to Highway 410 like, what was that, a month ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Nice.
And that section's tougher than hell. We were winching this thing.
It was muddy through
It was
there.
muddy.
Okay.
But we were going up.
We were going
We
up.
turned around
Yeah.
over Buffalo Bridge or something like that.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
Bethel Ridge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We took the 5
Yeah,
minutes.
we came from 410 going to Highway 12,
Okay.
and we had never been on it before. And we got way back in there, and we were pulling winch cable, and my front drive shaft started making all sorts of weird noises.
There was a guy that drove by. He drove by in a bison, in a ZR2 bison. Drove by at 7 o'clock in the morning, clean as a whistle. Drove back at about 8:45. Covered in mud.
That was this.
Now that's easy. We found a real campsite tonight along the river on Little Natchez Road. It's a little drizzly today, but let me give you a tour. Here's our view. Here's the kitchen setup. Might be a little messy because I just washed dishes. We check out the kitchen. We have the new stove system all set up. So there's the stove on the rollout shelf, and then the propane mounted to the back, as well as the spray nozzle that I use to rinse dishes. That was really awesome. That hooks up here to this pipe that's full of pressurized water. It's really cool. The kitchen is fantastic. This is our new dishwashing device. Dish pan with soapy water, and then rinse it off. All done. Ice cream for lunch at Gold Creek store, saloon, restaurant, everything place. That's what we got. End of this gravel road that had not been used in a while, we found this super cool campsite that we pinned on the Gaia for later. Sits up on this little bluff with all these wildflowers and a fire pit, and then if you spin around and look over the edge, you get a view of Mount Rainier as well as this whole valley. Okay, what do we have here today on this Father's Day lunch break up in Natchez?
Barbecue pizza right off the grill.
So we got the naan bread with tomato sauce and seasonings, and then pepperoni, salami, and grated cheese, and then we'll top it off with a few olives as the cheese melts on the barbecue. Pizza hot off the barbecue. Lunch with a view. This morning at camp, I decided to do a trial run of washing clothing for when we're on the BDR for 8 or 9 days. So I washed my shorts that had gotten mud on them in the collapsible dish pan with the bar soap that I brought. Worked really good. The only thing is trying to figure out how to dry them. So this is my method right now. Half rolled down window in the sun on our lunch break. They're almost dry, so I think it will work in a pinch.